welcome to week 24 of Training a Miler for the Dragon's Back Race 2025. The first part of this week's video starts off in Essex, and then the rest of it from Tuesday onwards we're out in Tenerife. If you're going to jump about the videos, I recommend you go for the 21 miler 6,600 feet climb bit, which is towards the latter part of this video. There's some epic views of Tenerife, really amazing place to run. Hey, good morning, welcome to Monday on week 24. Now it's a very soggy, wet, grey Flitchway, and it feels a bit like Groundhog Day, I can't deny. It seems I'm always kicking off a Monday on the 6 mile or on the Flitchway, whatever I'm doing, it always seems to be this, kicking off another week. But variety tomorrow, off to the sunny climbs of Tenerife. Why choose Tenerife for a holiday? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, it's hilly. There's going to be some good elevation out there. So, yeah, goodbye, damp, grey, miserable England. Hopefully, hello, sunny Tenerife. But anyway, let's just get this 6 miler done, shall we? Kick the week off. What's this in the written on the Flitchway? Steve's turnaround point. Just in case I didn't know. And welcome to Track Monday. Again, I say it's all like Groundhog Day, innit? Now tonight I'm going to do 25 laps warm up. That's 10k. And the reason I do these big warm ups obviously is to get some extra miles in because they all add up. But also it's very monotonous. So it's brilliant training for the mind just to accept monotony and keep going and keep going and keep going. Then we've got a roughly 5 mile session, which is very endurance based. It's intervals, but rolling intervals will keep moving. Then a mile warm down. So, rest day tomorrow. Bye for now. See you in Tenerife. Good morning, welcome to Wednesday, the something of February. Now here we are, look at that blue sky behind me, Tenerife, man, Tenerife. So, what have I done? I don't know the area, this is my first run, I had a rest day yesterday. And there's things you can play around with in Garmin and Strava that try to plot you trail routes based on the most popular routes people have taken. So I've taken a bit of a gamble here. I've got an 11 miler. I asked it to plot me trail and get some elevation in, so it did it in a millisecond, and now I'm out following it, and I've no idea what the terrain is really going to be like, but let me swing the camera around and show you. Here we go, just a few yards from leaving the hotel, even though we are in a built-up area, straight away. Good on it, took me out onto some gravelly, gnarly old tracks. So yeah, let's see what this adventure does on day one. I think after day one I'll have a feel more for the area. Plenty of chances to get some big elevations in. Let's see how the week goes. Now, we're bed and breakfast. Breakfast was huge, you could just have so much good stuff. I really loaded up, so I had to let an hour go by before I could let that settle. So I'm not going to carry any snacks, it's only a 2.5 hour run. I'm just going to carry water, I've got 2 litres in the back there with an electrolyte tablet. Which should be enough. Funny, every few steps a lizard or a gecko runs across my path. Love it, love the variety of running abroad. Right, see that hand? And you see between the left and right flags, just about make out the tip of Mount Teedy, which is about 3,000 odd metres, 3,500 I think. 20-mile run to the top of that. Yeah, 20-mile run to the top of that, which probably could be done. It would take all bloody day, excuse my language, and then how the heck do you get back? But I would love to do that run, I really would. That's a lot of climbing, isn't it? A lot of climbing, 12,000 odd feet. And anyway, I have got, if all goes well, a 7,000, 8,000 feet run, 18 miles to a peak where you can get a bus back. It's one bus a day at 4:30, so I'm going to have to time it very well that I actually hit the town with enough time to get the bus back. Otherwise I'm camping in the mountains for the night without a tent. Quite an adventure, that would be, wouldn't it? Now, purposely didn't bring the poles for this little trip, although obviously with the 12%, 14, 15% gradients, poles would have been good. But I want to train myself for just hiking strong and running whenever I can. So it's a training week. It's not a race specific week. It's just about conditioning. Yeah, so this is going to be a great training base because I've done 2 miles of this first run here and 800 feet already, which is a good 400 per mile, which is really giving. That's the sort of stuff you want. There you go, folks. Much better view of the highest mountain in Tenerife. And I'll zoom in as well. Just give you, isn't that lovely? Really beautiful. Look how steep. You'd have to zigzag that route, wouldn't you? Oh, I'd love to run that. I still might. Go through loads of quiet-ish Spanish villages. The only thing is, I mean, a lot of this trail is on road, which I don't mind. It's still good elevation, but yeah, you've got to watch out for the cars. Keep smart. They're not expecting a runner. Now, gradients. Yeah, gradients. Now, the gradient that I can run up is getting better and better, but you know when you've hit the gradient you can't, and you have to hike it. But I think I'm good on 7 to 8%, even 10%. As soon as it exceeds that, it's hiking. But that's pleasing, and we'll only get better as the week goes on. Down here and up here, that's interesting. I'll tell you what, the tech now just makes our life so much easier. Look at that. Let's try and get it in a sort of view you can see. It's probably too bright sunshine, you probably don't see a thing now, will you? Hold on, it's a bit brighter. See that? That's the zoomed out map, because I'd gone off track and I couldn't see how to get back on, and I'm trying to see if it linked up with the path later on. But when you zoom back in, you see all you had to do was come down this little bit, which is a footpath and some steps. And so it has done the right route, and I've got to trust it and find where that right route is every time, because there was a gate locked back there and I thought it was trying to send me up there, but it was clearly trying to send me up this. Great tech. What a gradient. Oh, that's not runnable. That looks like it might be. Pretty low villages. There she is again, up the top of the road. What a beast. As a gardener, that's something I need to start doing. They've trained in all the grapevines to go lateral, to get loads of hanging fruit, whereas our grapevine is a bit sporadic and wild. So yeah, I'm going to look at this picture when I'm home and learn from that. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. All held down with cable ties. 2,000 feet in 4 miles now. I think we're going up about 800 to 900 feet a mile now, because all the elevation is going to be in 5.5 miles, because obviously then it's run back down again there. Does the camera show the gradient? Because it's getting a bit insane now. We are talking 25% climbs. Good, easily 1,000 feet a mile. Hello. Oh man, this is testing me now. It's this last mile and a half. It's just been 25% gradient. I think I'm gonna have the DOMS over the next 2 days. After an hour or so, we come to the bit where we meet the proper trails. This is 3,000 feet up. El Portillo is where I've got plans to run to, 9.3 kilometres, and then get the bus back. We'll see if that happens. It's starting to hit nice trails now. We've left the roads, but I'm turning back in a minute on this particular one. But if it is all trails like this, it'll be nice and enjoyable. Here we are, long distance footpath signs. Oh, see this? It's a shame it's an hour just to get to these trails, because this is what I want to run on, obviously. Oh, this is beautiful. This is what I wanted all the way. Amazing though, being 3,500 feet up now from sea level, temperature's dropped right down, but I'm at the highest point now, so no need to put any layers on, so we brought it back down in the heat. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude of 3,500 feet. We're now descending, or commencing our descent back into Puerto de la Cruz, where we should arrive at the local time of 2 o'clock, roughly. Enjoy your flight. Oh crikey, that's a long way down. And it's painful. I mean, I'm not going down any quicker. My feet, it's such a steep gradient. They're being thrown into the front of the shoes, which is cramping the old toes up. So this is really quite interesting. I don't think I've descended something as steep as this running for a very long time. You see, that has to be real pigeon steppy, because otherwise I'm braking too much and the quads get destroyed. So it's about 10-minute miling down these hills, but yeah, the braking action is, I would score these descents harder than going up actually. Now this is nice. This is the town literally just up the hill out of Puerto de la Cruz, La Orotava, I think, if I pronounced it right. And I have to bring Jenny here because this is lovely. Loads of tourists because it's all cobbled streets and cafes and things, but it just feels a little bit more quieter but prettier than the down by the sea. Really, really, really nice place. Hello. Friendly people as well, as you saw. My kind of shop. My kind of shop. As expected, totally lost on the way back into Porto de la Cruz. It's quite a big town, very hard to find a hotel, so resorted to Google Maps. Get there in the end. Okay, we haven't missed a trick on this holiday with our training, because it's 250 feet from the sea, where the supermarket was, to our hotel. And what we got here is 8 kilograms of water times 2, so that's added 20, that's it camera lady, back on my face. That's added 20% to my body weight, so that's a good load after 3,500 feet of climbing this morning. That's what climbing training is all about.
Oh!
How far have you walked?
Sorry?
How far have you walked with this?
Just from the top up there.
Oh, right.
You?
On the bottom of the hill down by the sea.
Oh, wow.
Rather than time by the pool, Jenny's going off for a hike herself via all trails. Have fun. Morning folks, day 2 of holiday adventures. Not brave enough to get right up into the mountains today. I think my legs and things are a little sore, so not as much elevation today. About an 11 mile of those, so good distance. See you in a bit. Lovely bananas. Just so you don't think I only film the pretty glamorous parts, I mean, it's, you know, there's work being done as well. Here we go again with the pigeon step decline. Stride length of 1 foot on a 6'4" giant, but it works. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, exciting. There's a nice long descent, and now we're going up these steps. That's a nicer, easier way to get your elevation in. Oh. Good job of steps actually. So we just come down. Well, these are big steps on pounded quads. Oh, hello. Good job as a banister. Sort of thing I'd normally fall off otherwise. Well, I tell you what, this is wholly unexpected, but really what we've got here is like going up the Welsh Mountains. This is straight up, like going up a ladder, up rocks. So GoPro's going away, I think. What a fun trail. He was coming down so fast. He does this all the time, doesn't he? Let's watch him descend down that path. You'll see him shoot down. Here he comes. Here he comes. Absolutely bombing it. He don't mind about his quads. You watch the speed he goes across that bridge in there. He just don't mind at all, does he? Maybe he's only out for a 3 miler, so you know. Or maybe he's late for his lunch. Or maybe he told his girlfriend he's going to be back by a certain time and he's running late. He's going to get in trouble. There he goes, look at that. Oh man. This is turning out to be longer. It's meant to be 10 miles, but it's 10.44 now. And then you're presented with these steps on tired legs and 2,000 feet of climbing. It's all good training. Stop moaning, Reedy. Stop moaning. It's all good training. It's funny, my watch was saying, I said I had about a mile to go, but 16 minutes, and I thought, that can't be right. And then it's just steps and steps and steps. Well, that's somebody's front door. Must be down here. Welcome to Saturday, 1st of March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Exactly 6 months to the start of Dragon's Back. Now, today is the biggest adventure in Tenerife. This is the big run day, So what we've done, we've used Garmin maps to plot out a 21 miler out and back, which is straight up hill and then straight downhill. Now it'll be 2,000 meters, 6,600 feet of climbing, which is far more than I'll face in one go in Dragons. Far more aggressive climbing, but that's what training's about sometimes. And The plotted route will take me about 1,000 feet of climbing, then we'll get a little breather, we'll go flat for a couple of miles, and then we're going to do another 1,000 feet in 3 miles. So that'll be really aggressive, and that'll be right up on the trails. No idea what the terrain's like because I haven't got an Ordnance Survey map, just plotted it on Garmin maps. But it's going to be an adventure, isn't it? And a half. Looking forward to this. Bit of fun. Now I know most of the way up to the mountains is just going to be those road villages I showed you on the earlier, so I won't take any footage of that. I'll just literally record any thoughts if they come to mind. But here we go. And yeah, weather's supposed to be quite reasonable. I've bought 2 waterproofs and another t-shirt in case I get a bit nippy on my gloves. I don't think it'll get too cold at 2,000 feet, but it might be noticeably different to down here. So I've gone a little bit prepared. Yeah, thunderstorms tomorrow, that's why I couldn't do it tomorrow. I'm not going up in the mountains with thunderstorms. See you in a bit. Now I'm massively fueled up because we had a buffet meal in the hotel last night, and you know what happens with buffet food, steaks galore and all sorts of stuff. So I just had a buffet breakfast, but I bought 6 of these. They're like sort of spongy things, loaded up in my pockets. I've got some Kendall mint cake and 6 gels, 3 litres of water with electrolytes on my back. But we passed little mountain towns, so I think there'll be plenty of opportunity to get some extra water and snacks if I need it. So I don't think fueling is going to be a problem. Here we go. Oh yeah, other safety thing for a solo run. Doing it at the weekend, so there should be more people. I've photocopied, screenshotted the route, given it to Jenny. I've sent her my ETA so she can tell people where I went and what time I'm due back. And if anything happens and I said I'm an hour behind ETA and I haven't contacted her, then she can show people the route. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be particularly, I mean it's high up and it's trails for 10 miles of it. How popular those trails are and how remote they are, we'll find out. But it's a small island, bound to be other people hiking on a Saturday. And the other thing of note, it's just given me -4 performance points, and all my metrics are saying rest up today. But sometimes, as I say, as part of these load weeks, you've got to go for it even if your metrics are all up the creek, because you've got to run and do big demanding stuff on tired legs. Now I'm going to be very sensible. I'm not going at a cracking pace on this. I'm going to hike virtually every hill hard but not run them, and yeah, and rest tomorrow of course. So yeah, I mean, thanks Garmin, good info, good intel, but for today, being ignored. That's where I'm going, up ahead of me, in the clouds. Hopefully the clouds are clear by the time I start to get up there. First update on this absolute monster. So we're 1 hour 32 in. We're 1,000 meters or 3,300 feet up and 5 miles. So halfway up really. There's much climbing to go again, but it's all trails now as we've hit the forest line. So it's getting really cold and this t-shirt's soaked. So quick change into another t-shirt. Make sure my waterproofs and gloves are readily at hand because I think I'll be popping them on in a while. Been all hiking so far, averaged 18 minutes a mile. This is hardcore, man. Oh, it's amazing how little comforts can make such a difference. Just changing into a dry t-shirt has made me feel just so much more comfortable on this now. So I'm going to have to remember that for dragons. They're only light t-shirts, and I think just a quick change, because I sweat so much, can make you feel so much more comfortable and make the experience so much more enjoyable. Right, we've made it up the first of two big climbs. Now this is the bit that I think is like this now for about 2.5 miles before we climb again. It's like a respite. So I might get my little joggy legs on now. Quick update. We've done a Ben Nevis in 2 hours 24 minutes and we've got about 700 meters, 2,100 odd feet to go, 2 miles to the turnaround. It will definitely be quicker coming down. Oh, I don't know when altitude, lack of oxygen starts to kick in, but I'm 5,200 feet up now and I can't tell whether I'm just exhausted or it's thinner air because we've lost the vegetation. Oh, it's so spectacular up here. But yeah, I'm feeling it now, like I'm really struggling to draw breath. And we've got another 1,000 feet or so to climb in a mile yet. I think I'll make it though, but I'm going to slow the pace down. Didn't know I was going to Mars, did you? (2,000 feet now higher than anything we'll encounter in Wales, so I won't be running out of oxygen in Wales. This is an unrelenting climb, it really is. Such great training, so lucky to come on holiday to Tenerife. That's the first hiker I've seen. Otherwise me and my lonesome and a couple of Canadians that I saw earlier. About to hit the cloud line now at 5,800 feet. Getting very chilly, but I think what I'll do, I'll hold out till the top to put my next dry t-shirt on because I'd have sweating buckets. I'd rather have a little chill at the top for 5 minutes, 10 minutes before I set off back. So, yeah, let's persevere. Another 25 minutes, I reckon. I can see another hiker over there. I'm getting company at last. Whee! It looks very volcanic, doesn't it? This is such an interesting path. Such different scenery and things. a bit blowy up here, so I thought I'd have a change. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's well chilly up here. Well chilly. Oh dear. I don't know, probably about 5 degrees it feels. Certainly gloves has helped. Well, the little path that I wanted to take to the top of the mountain is closed, so I think I'll call it here and head back down again. Let's have the hat off for a while. Yeah, so 3 hours and 17 minutes to get up and 6,450 feet. There'll be a little bit more climbing on the way back because we've descended 254 feet on the way up here, so we'll probably get a little bit more climbing. But I reckon it's going to take about 3 hours, just under, to get down, because I will be able to run bits of it, but I am not taking a trip on some of these boulders. Quite happy to just hike fast again, to be honest. Time on feet, innit? Look at this, we've lost all the views. Just in cloud and freezing cold and the wind's coming in. It's nice when you're descending though, because you know it's going to get warmer and warmer and warmer. This waterproof jacket will come off at some stage, and then I'll probably take the gloves off and have a bit of lunch. I could imagine Killian Jornet or Jonathan Alban absolutely just bombing it down here, or Simon Roberts, Max King, all the legends. Yeah, I just, you know, it's training, innit? I'm not going to bomb it down here. I'm going quick enough as it is. Absolutely love it up here in these mountains. These are awesome. descended 1,500 feet. So much warmer now, gloves off, t-shirt again. No more dry t-shirts, so I've got to wear this one right to the finish now. So, what an adventure, but we're descending quicker than we're going out, definitely. The big road descent now, which takes me about an hour I reckon, so we'll be out for 5.5 hours for 21 miles with about 6,600 feet. I think that's a good progress, to be fair. I really do, quite pleased with myself. Anyway, got to get down without destroying my quads now. Can't speak too soon.